Welcome in. Good to see everyone who's in. Well, I don't know who's in it yet. I don't might be anyone in yet, but JCT was here to comment at the very beginning, and Rex. They were the two people that have commented so far. So let me make sure everything is working over on the YouTube side. Yeah, everything seems to be okay over there. And okay, just checking the notifications. And we're back. So tells me you have 6 people in there at the moment. So you 6 people, please make sure you've hit that like. And if you wish to chat, 2 just disappeared. We're down to 4. They jumped out straight away. They didn't like the cut of my jib. But anyhow, welcome in, guys. Good to see you. Another Sunday 1-hour show. That's what it's going to be going forward. 1 hour anymore. Just don't have the time for the 2-hour show. Sorry. But so let's cram as much information as we can in the hour. So first off, what has everyone been up to? What has everyone? That's right, recycling. Welcome in. What have people been working on this week? What have you been? What have you been breaking down? Have you been to the scrapyard? What's the prices like in the scrapyards? Stuff like that. Let's see what everyone's been up to in the scrap world. So unless you start commenting, there's nothing I can do until then. So let me know what you've been up to. I think Shark Scrapper is still running. Let me have a double check and see, is he still on the old Chitter Chat? He is. He's on his shares there at the moment. So there's a lot of people over there who will make their way here in the end. Just computers, breaking them down or bringing them straight into the scrapyard. What have you? Simon, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Let's see, David Young, good to see you, sir. Don't forget to hit that like, guys, as you come in. Really does help. Gets us shared out more. Scrap and salvage. Good day, guys, listening while working. What time is it there for you, scrap and salvage? I know there was a guy in earlier there, Rex, I think it was, and he was saying, where is Rex's comment? He's in New Zealand, and it was 9 a.m. There at the moment in New Zealand. So what time is it for you, scrap and salvage? Patrick Williams, good to see you, sir. Yeah, so Scrap It All, welcome in. Scrap It All's channel has really blown up, I think, if I can remember right. I was looking there the other day, and I think it was Scrap It All. I was looking at his channel, and he's got some great videos and great Scrap It All. Let me have a double check on his channel in case I'm wrong, but I think I am correct. Yeah, he's at 7.7k subscribers and he's getting loads of views on his videos. So well done, Scrap It All. Great stuff. It's great to see a scrapper getting there, getting the reward for putting out their videos. Like he's getting 4k people watching, 4,000 people watching videos, 76, did I see 7k, 6,000k, so that's brilliant stuff. Well done, Scrap It All. So if you haven't checked out Scrap It All's channel, make sure you do, guys. Let me see. That's for watching my shorts, guys. Much appreciated. Yeah, Patrick Williams as well. He's got a channel, as I said last week, who's doing short videos now. Let me see. 6 a.m. in the East Coast, Australia. Let me see. Sorry, New Zealand. Welcome abroad. Yeah, it's great to have people from Australia, New Zealand. We have Ireland, of course. We have America, England. Trying to think. Sometimes we'll have, if Ralph Morrick is in, we have from the Netherlands, stuff like that. So it's we're all over. YouTube offers us this opportunity to meet and chat about what we're all up to and what we all are trying to do in the scrapping world. I didn't really do much scrapping this week because I finished up in my old job and I'm starting a new job. Squirrely Peppers Lifestyle, welcome in. Good to see you. Hope all is well, and thanks for coming in and saying hi to us all. Shorts are great for getting your channel out there. Yeah, shorts, even TikTok. Put them shorts on TikTok, Patrick, and we have a TikTok channel, and then people can make their way maybe from TikTok, find you there, make their way over to your YouTube channel. Again, I don't really do enough of it, because I work full time, and YouTube is just a side gig and a bit of fun. And the scrapping again is a hobby for me. It's not something I make my living out of. So it's again, it's a side hustle and stuff like that. So as I was saying, I finished up my old job and I start my new job tomorrow with the new company. So that's the story for what I've been at this week. Dan, the investor Harris, first time here. Well, welcome in, Dan. It's great to see you. First time people are always welcome. The more, the better. Let me see. Tell us about your channel, Dan. Do you have a channel? What is it, or are you just a subscriber? HH Recycling, welcome in. Electronic Scrapper, welcome in. And Philip, welcome in. Good to see you all, guys. And let us all know what you've been up to, especially if you're a scrapper. What have you been scrapping out? Watchbot was saying there, that's right, Recycling was doing computers. He said earlier on that he's been working on computers this week. Booming up big time. I'm just going back. There was somewhere he said that he was Scrap It All. I've been scrapping Transformers. So Scrap It All has been working on Transformers. I'm sure there's videos there on his channel. Breaking down, of course, the what you call said. That's what I said. Breaking down the computers. Let me see. I can't remember when I subscribed, but I saw it live and thought I would pop in. You probably don't subscribe from the Let It Grow channels that time, when there was a lot of people getting each other's channels and stuff like that. And every so often again like that, there'll be channels that I would have subscribed to, and they'll show up and I'll pop in and say hi to them. So again, you're welcome in, and thanks for still being a subscriber. Let me see. Red Light, welcome in. Oh, right. We have a guy in the basement, and this guy in the basement I'm going to start giving out to in a minute. So here he comes.
Good evening, Scrapping Irish and everyone in chat. I was on a different live stream actually, and somebody pointed me over here, Shirt Scrapper. Said, if you don't know it, there's a great scrapping channel.
Don't try to butter me up now. You muppet. What were you melting aluminium and destroy that lovely machine you got for free?
I tell you what, it's a learning curve.
It is a learning curve.
It's
not
a learning
when
curve.
something goes wrong, you just panic and you go, oh, what the hell is happening here now? How am I going to fix this? You think you've wrecked something completely. Well, it's not too bad with aluminium, but if it was some of the other ones, it might have been a bit hard to get it out.
Well, I don't know. It was like, I got it for free. You
know. So you have to get a new crucible now, anyhow.
I will be, when I go to work tomorrow, I'll have a look for some hot rolled steel, about 6, maybe 8 milli thick.
Yes.
Yay big. I'll cut a piece off, weld a bottom in it. I will use that.
Screwy Peppers Lifestyle, thanks for popping in, and you look after your great day in there that's giving you an issue. Yeah, so we have another guy in the basement. Better bring him up as well, because I'm sure he wants to give out to you as well. Go on, give out to him for trying to wreck his new furnace or his.
I was just surprised. I'm thinking, oh, these aluminium cans, they melt down into nothing. You know? And I was putting more in and more in and more in. I'm thinking, you know, I talk about fitting a quart into a pipe pot. I got to a point, I never actually looked, you know, and got to a point, sorry, I'm just going to pour out what I've got. When I lifted it up, I thought, oh dear.
Ian. Granny and the Beard Scrappers, JR Cat.
Getting a bit warm in shed, actually.
Scrapping gold. Oh, I like that. Anyone that's scrapping gold, I like to hear that. Scrapping on the fly, welcome in. And I think I've got everyone else that's come in so far. If I haven't mentioned you and you've left a comment already, please leave another comment and I'll get you again in a minute.
I am going to be a gentleman. I I was vicious enough in my comments with Mr. Matthews' video, so I am going to refrain from comment during the live stream. You know,
Hey, no, truth don't hurt.
See you, Scrapping, and Kevin, welcome in. Good to see you, Kevin Sturgis.
Hey, Mike.
Mike, how are things?
No, I tell you what, I watch, because I do eventually want to get on with melting and casting and such. And so when I watch the people that are good at melting and casting, you don't see the things you shouldn't do because they've already made those mistakes. And so, you get this false impression of how easy it is to do it and that kind of stuff. But when you hear about Mike trying to blow up the neighborhood, or Ian cracking his noggin, his crucible, those are the things that are important to log away, that stick with you. And I guess I made Mike throw up or something. I don't know what the hell that's
listen. That comment below. So I was melting these cans, and I thought, I'd stripped a capacitor of its external aluminium shell. I thought, well, they're made of aluminium. I'll throw that in.
Oh, did we have a little bang?
No.
Okay.
My neighbour come out and said, "What the hell are you burning?"
The smell.
The black smoke. The smell. I thought it was only a tiny capacitor. It was about that big. So I take the outer shell off, so it was just a foil wrap thing, and I thought, and it was pretty. You get so much like a lot of plasticky. This looked almost all aluminium, so I threw that in. The black smoke that was coming out of it. I thought, oh my God. So my neighbour shouted.
I'll answer this question for Philip. He was asking, how much gold do you get out of a kilo of RAM? Right. Are you just talking about the trimmed fingers, a kilo of trimmed fingers, or the actual kilo of RAM sticks? Because that's two different things. And are you including getting the gold from the actual chips or just the gold from the foils?
No, actually,
we need to know, are they RAM sticks or are they sucker sticks?
Well, yeah, I think what he really wants to know is how much should you overpay for Irish sucker sticks?
I was waiting for this. Hey, Paul, welcome in. I was waiting for this. I was waiting for an Irish sucker stick to come there some stage.
That's going into the annals of scrapping law. That is like plug soup.
Like Irish sucker sticks, Chinesium. All these words have come from our scrapping words.
Indeed,
that's right. Somebody needs to write all this stuff down and put it in a dictionary.
Of course. Ain't got time for that.
I'm waiting till I go on to someone else's live at some stage, some scrapper somewhere, or another scrapper's video, and he takes up RAM sticks and he goes, "So we're going to get some gold from these Irish sucker sticks," and I'll be here. Yes, I've made it.
I spread one today, didn't I? Scrapping somebody or the eco scrapper because he put up plug soup, and I thought, he's got to pick that up from somewhere.
Got
to share that.
All right. Philip wants to know from the full RAM stick, including the chips and including the thing. If you have 2 kilos, you should expect to get anywhere from 2 grams to 4 grams, depending on how good you are at doing it and depending on how old the RAM sticks are. The older the RAM stick, the more gold is in them. The newer ones, you'll be looking at more towards the 2 grams of it if it's a full thing without having trimmed off the fingers and everything. So that's what you'll be looking at. Usually, if you have a pound of RAM sticks is usually a gram on average you get out of it. So you'll be looking at around 2 grams for a kilo.
Mike, are you coming at us from your new house?
Mike is whipped. Yeah, there you go. So that's what I said. Between 2 and 4, which is, as Watchbot said, 3 grams. So it all depends on again. So I've seen people say they've got 6 grams out of them, but I don't believe that for a minute. Anyhow, so how you're coming from the new base, are you?
I am.
So you still got that amazing big space, or have you started to make a tunnel?
He's got an itchy nose.
Yeah, I'm catching a cold or something. I'm a little upset because, of all the people that I hate to make money for, it's that idiot over there.
Shark. Oh, Coke.
That's all they had, man. Oh,
Yeah, baby.
so that'll clean out my colon. I'll have the craps later. No,
I feel my dividend check getting heavier. Thank you.
Well, I'm gonna get 10 cents of it back when I take this back and get my 10 cents back. So
You have the bottle thing there, do you?
yeah, I'll get 10 cents for each one. So, no, I just me and my neighbor just finished up powering up the garage, ran the cable into the main box in the house, and put an outside outlet outside of the garage, and moved my refrigerator and stove and a bunch of other crap, and I still ain't done.
And what are you over there? You 110 or is
Yeah.
it 220? If you run 2 hot legs.
110. So I still have, and the garage is about 3/4 full.
110. You stick a kettle on, you'll have to wait a week.
We don't use kettle. We use Grubhub or DoorDash. Yeah, we don't use kettles. We have our shit delivered.
You don't have one of them George Foremans in your work area, like a certain man that has to cooking his black puddings and his mushrooms on it.
I do have one in the garage.
You've got to ask why. You've got to ask why, don't you?
I do have one.
Yeah,
I'm not allowed in the house. When I'm out here and I'm dirty, she's like, "You're eating outside. Cook your own dinner outside."
I always wondered that why he does be cooking outside. But I suppose when you're out there, you're all dirty. You don't want to be changing your clothes to go in again and come back out again and stuff like that. But you're as well to cook out there.
I mean, look at this t-shirt. I mean, that was clean on a week ago.
What did you fall down again?
He fell down between the two little narrow capsules.
Hang on. I had to breathe in then. Oh no, Irish, you'll know this, won't you? And it's kind of, I'm a bit embarrassed at work. I'm sure I can sue them. I'm sure. So we've gone on kind of like all health and safety-ish. A guy, he's lost the tip of his finger, top of his finger down to first knuckle. Not kind of down to work, but could be. So the work's gone now all kind of health and safety conscious. Okay, and they're sending people on courses. They've come back and then they're like, come to me and they're like, right, we need to do a CSEA risk assessment. I said,
every machine in the place has to be risk assessed, and the person using
it. Computer screen enhancer area. So it's about where I work.
Yeah.
It's my chair, right? The monitor, apparently, the top of the monitor has got to be eye level. Okay, and so I'm passing all these. So I lifted my monitor up, and we got to the point, the computer can be so far away from you. And the cheeky bastard, he said,
"Can you see it?
We need to cut a semicircle in your desk
for the belly."
I was like aghast. I'm like, that's fat shaming me. That's fat shaming.
Mm-hmm. You can sue him for that.
Mental
distress.
Hey Ian, when I was at the Pentagon, we had a bunch of cubicles like that set up in the space I was in, and we used to joke about Meerkat Manor, because it's like, you'd see these heads pop up every now and then from the cubicles. It's like, hey, who's that coming in? Hey, who's that coming in? Oh, Admiral Joe and Joe is here. Oh, quick, hide. Oh, somebody else is here. Look out. Oh, no, what's going on here?
Gary.
The boys probably don't know that thing about Gary. The male
Oh,
cat.
did you not know about that thing about Gary?
No.
No, what's about Gary?
Google it, YouTube it. Gary, Meerkat Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's funny. It's
It's
just
funny.
a bunch of meerkats, and they're all saying, "Gary, Gary." But it's the way it carries on. It's funny.
All right. I'll have to take a look at that.
Well, yeah. So, Mr. Matthews, did the crowd Vivor reach out to you and say, please don't destroy any more products we sent?
Oh, tragedy. I've had lots of comments, and lads at work are commenting, and they said to me, "Oh, it was so funny you left all those outtakes in." And I'm like,
Outtakes.
"What outtakes?" Yeah, in the middle where you're going, "Oh, Ian, this is supposed to be a review channel. Shut up, stairs again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Don't tell me I didn't cut all them out.
I thought you'd
Yeah,
done that
no,
on
you
purpose.
didn't.
I said he's done that on purpose now to pretend for people to react to it. So you
Nope.
didn't cut
Nope.
that out. Oh,
I didn't cut them out."
you muppet. I said he's done that. He's left them in there now on purpose to see will people comment on who watches the videos. And I said he's probably done that now to see will people comment on it.
No, I hadn't. It was only till people at work telling me, "Oh, it's really good that. I like it. You put that in." I'm thinking, I didn't put any outtakes in that video. No, what the hell? What else? And I'm like, "Oh, it's a shit product." Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah, at least you remember to cut out the part where you said, "Damn, I'm glad I didn't pay for this."
Oh, so no, they haven't. They have reached out to me. Choose another product, but I honestly can't see anything that I want to review.
yeah, well, see, you're hoping for, because you can't get anything that can be plugged in, you're in trouble. You see.
Ian, when I was in the Navy, we used to have a phrase, when people would talk about bringing new machinery or equipment on the ship, you used to say, "Is it sailor proof?" So I think we're going to have to now start saying, "Is it Ian proof?"
I'm tempted. The next thing is to put it to them and say, like, because I'm not allowed anything electrical, let's go for, a farrier's or a knife making forge furnace.
Yeah.
But send me an anvil as well to go with it, and then I could do a knife making video.
Oh, that'll be the one where you will lose an arm for sure, because he'll be definitely making a knife. He's definitely going to stab himself. He's definitely going to. I like the last day when he was trying to think. He goes, "This is where you're going to." He goes, "Oh," put his hand into the thing. He goes, "This is where you're going to." And he was there with the chisel trying to scrape the stuff off.
Yeah, Philip says, "Get the multi-stripper. It's the first thing I asked for."
Yeah.
Sadly, UK haven't got a throw some words in there for me. A
Certified.
certification for
for
Chinese
UK market.
electrical goods.
Yeah, they haven't been certified for the UK market.
So I lose out on anything. I'd like to try the diesel heater. But no, sadly, you can buy them in this country off Vivo.
Yeah.
But you can't get them off the Vivo website in this country.
Yes. You can buy them off the EU website.
If you buy them off people who's bought them,
Okay. And what if you bought it off the EU website and put down an English address? Would it come in, do you think?
I don't know. I'll try that.
Yeah.
So, Ian, the diesel heater, is this for burning the neighborhood down, or what do you do with the diesel heater? I'm envisioning the garden going up in flames.
No, it's a hot air heater, about big, runs off 12 volts. And you put diesel in it, it burns diesel or kerosene, paraffin, and it blows hot air into you.
Into your area. A lot of people use them in vans, stuff like that. When they're converting their vans into campers, they get them little diesel heaters for them.
Gotcha. Mike's got one that uses propane.
Yes, he's got
Kind
propane.
of thing, right?
The only thing about
Hold on, I'm trying to answer your question. I can't type and talk.
the only thing about propane is, I think, for every litre of propane that you burn, you get something like 2 pints of water vapor. So it would just fill the shed full of water vapor. So no, I don't want to go that way.
It's good for your
My
sinuses.
heater works perfect. No
You don't want to
water.
dry out. You need to keep your skin moist and fresh and hydrated.
Moist. I like that word.
Especially you bald people.
Hey,
Balls?
Ian, you know when you had to leave the crucible with that was giving off the toxic fumes to you? Why did you bring it in and leave it there for so long? Like, why didn't you not just leave it outside?
Good question.
There you have it.
The fumes were affecting my decision-making capabilities.
Yeah, you should be so lucky that they were those kind of fumes.
Oh, it was a very acrid, bitter, I don't know, like burnt vinegar. It is hard to say. I'm like, what is that smell? What is it? You know. And then I started sniffing my crucibles, you know, of course. You know. Why is that one?
And he still left it there. He didn't go, oh, I better leave this outside. No, I left it there.
It went outside eventually.
Eventually, when you were coughing because of it, you were.
Oh, it weren't nice.
It was like that. It was like that video that Shark used to watch, where the guys used to do the mixing of the acids indoors, and the fumes would come up, and they'd be now we're going to, and they'd be coughing up a lung from inhaling all the toxic gases.
I wonder if those people are still alive.
I don't know. I doubt it.
I don't know. There's a guy I used to watch, and he used to strip scrap in his bedroom. Okay, he used to use an angle grinder in his bedroom. I used to be watching him. He sat on his bed and he's in an angle grinder and cutting things up. And I'm like, serious? Yeah, seriously?
See, some people start off into the scrapping thing. They don't have a shed or whatever, and they'll scrap wherever. But eventually, like an angle grinder in a bedroom now is a bit too far. I could understand a guy taking something apart in his bedroom. I can understand that, but an angle grinder going to work on something in a bedroom? No, I couldn't get. I can't understand that. Hey, that's right. Recycling. Thanks for being in and take it easy. He's off. Wacky.
Take care, man. Have a good one.
Yeah. Usually what stops Ian making sensible decisions is a thing called alcohol. Now, there was alcohol involved the last day as well.
I'm a changed man. I now only drink coffee.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, as much as I always drink Coke.
Hey, just grab the top of that bottle and let me see what's under your hand there.
Sorry?
Just grab the nick of the bottle there for me, please. Now, take the other hand away. No, don't turn it around. Oh, it's a coffee stout. Oh, okay. Yeah.
What else you got right there by you?
Nothing.
Lie.
Philip,
What?
don't tell me you use an angle grinder in your kitchen.
Maybe he's scrapping out his refrigerator.
No, I'm not. I'm going to have to cut down, Mike. I'll be quite honest. Yesterday, so Friday went shopping. Only got a couple of cans, literally just 2 cans, couple. Drank them.
Really big cans.
I was working here. I was in the mood. Decided to go to the shop. Offer on 4. I would call them black cans. You know what I mean, don't you? Irish.
Yes.
4 black cans. What the Alkies drink, 8.5%. They're on offer 4 for £7. I thought, well, I'll have 2 today and 2 tomorrow. And I drank all 4 last night.
So Matt, you were outside under the bush with the alcoholics half an hour later.
Yeah, so I drank all 4 last night, and I'm thinking, Ian, that's a bit much even for yourself. 4 black cans, in an evening, as well as the wine and the Appleton Estates rum I'm currently drinking, by the way. I've decided to go for rum, you know. So today was very deliberately one bottle of cider and one beer. And that's it for today.
Was there any hair of the dog involved this morning?
No, that's. I think if you actually stay drunk all the time, you don't get an hangover.
Got a point.
Drink yourself sober, as we call it here.
I'm drinking too much. I'll be quite honest, and it's only habit, or is it an addiction? I'm not quite certain which.
Well, it's an addiction if you can't give it up. It's a habit if you can. You can give a habit up. You can't give an addiction up that easy.
But I do find that when you hurt yourself, you don't feel the pain as much. So it's got benefits.
The pros and cons. You don't feel it as much, but you do it more often.
You've got a point there. I'm beginning to think there's only me that hurts themselves on these scrapping channels.
I don't know. Everyone hurts themselves at some stage. So at some stage, someone puts a screwdriver into their hand or catches themselves with a snips. I don't think there hasn't been anyone that has not pinched themselves with a screwdriver somehow.
Yeah, but I can honestly say that I have never hurt myself with a pillow.
I must admit, screwdrivers I think are the most dangerous implement in the garage. Not angle grinders, not 9-inch. And I was very impressed. You got your 9-incher out.
It is an impressive tool.
However, how thick was your blade? Because you made it hard work cutting that copper off. Now I use 1.2 mil blades on the 9-inch grinder, and it just cut straight through the ends of them.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt that a better blade would have made that better. Yeah.
Every time you put it on the bench, I was looking, trying to see how thick that blade. I'm thinking, I think he's got like a 3.2 mil blade on here.
Yeah. So I got that. I got that blade because I was cutting HMS, so I could get prepared instead of unprepared. And so, it was beefier than it needed to be for that copper for sure.
Yeah. The thin blades, if you're cutting copper, the little thin blades is the ones. So
we was discussing 9-inch grinders at work on Thursday. There's a guy at work. He had his finger drilled by someone else with a drill. A drill bit on an electric.
Yeah.
How does someone drill your finger?
Yeah, how do you put your finger
holding? He was holding it while the other guy was drilling.
So he came into the office. Have you got a plaster? Like, I've drilled my finger. I said, how can you drill your finger? That's the first question, because you got your hand on the grip and you got your hand on the handle. You cannot drill your finger. So it works out that somebody else was drilling. The procedure is they put a block of wood against it. So the guy drills into the wood because it's a bit flexible. So they got to press against it. But he'd done that, and apparently he was putting a rivet in, and the guy decided to go through the same hole again instead of drilling a new hole. So he drilled his finger, and he was very, very lucky. It went in at a tangent and just missed his nail and took a little bit off. Okay, so the object of this story is that we then started talking about the stupid, most daft accidents that we've witnessed over the last 25 years.
And on that note, Ian took up his YouTube channel and goes, have a look here. There's at least 100 accidents for you to look at.
Oh, there was a guy in the office who was taking something out of the crowbar, and it slipped, and he hit himself in the head with the crowbar. He had to go to hospital. He had a row of stitches up his head. That was funny, And I was telling the most dangerous one I've seen was, and this guy, he was accident prone. You think I am? This guy was definitive accident prone. And I was walking to the toilets one day, and I saw him cutting this old pallet up, 9-inch grinder that way. I come back, and he was using the 9-inch grinder towards himself.
Oh, okay.
So it cut that way, but it weren't quite, maybe cut in 80 box section. And then he decided to do it that way. I said, for fuck's sake, stop, don't do that. An hour later, I saw him and went, he says, can you do anything with it? He says, that was lucky. And he had a line here.
Oh my God.
A red line, just there. And he said, I'm glad you told me to stop doing that. I said, I couldn't have done anything with that,
Yeah, did you see?
First aider. So the 9-inch grinder had just put a tiny, like a scratch, but it was visible. One red line, down to there. And I'm like, oh my God, that would have been so messy.
Well, stapler may have worked.
I got that smile on my belly from my grinder.
Yeah, you tried to
It
do
does
the
look like
same
a smile.
thing.
I got to figure out what I want to do next summer to add to it. Some eyeballs, maybe a nose.
I've had a wire brush catch and run up. That caused some scratches.
Did you see the video on Scrap Chat that was on Scrap Chat about 3 hours ago, Ian?
No, I've not been on for a while.
If you want to see an accident, there's one there. A person gets killed in it. Doesn't show the person getting killed, but it was about safety. Someone put up a video saying always check your mirrors and stuff. A bin truck pulls out, and he must have been looking in his mirror behind to see where the lads on the bin truck, and never seen a woman walking in front of him and drove over her.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Because I watched it twice because I didn't believe. I thought I didn't. I said, what happened there? I couldn't see. And then when I watched the second time, I spotted the woman walking up the side of the bin truck, and then you see the truck going like bumping. So drove over her.
Hey, it happens. Yeah. My neighbour, my last house I lived in, neighbour across the road, the old lady got off the bus, walked straight behind the bus, never looked. Gone.
I tell you, when I see the people walking the way they do, so cavalierly around some of the equipment in the scrap yards, I think to myself, Jesus, how are there not more dead people here?
Scrap gods.
I guess, yeah.
Scrap angels.
I mean, man, when I'm at the scrapyard, I treat it like when I was on the flight deck of an aircraft carrier. My head is on a swivel. I'm expecting that everything in that scrapyard is trying to kill me, and I treat it accordingly because it's just, it's just between the idiot scrappers that are in too much of a hurry to get in and out, that they're not paying attention, between the forklift drivers that are screaming around like banshees, the claw operator who's trying to fill the bin truck. I mean, it's just 100 ways to die in a scrapyard.
Oh, yeah.
I watched one guy, he's a Canadian scrapper. When he goes to the yard, the guy has a big electromagnet. Oh, and he could pick a hammer out the back of that pickup with that. He comes in, and it's massive. It's 4 foot in diameter, this thing. And he comes over, and he just and picks things out the back of his truck. I thought, now he's like, 40 feet away and I up in a cab. I thought, that's some skill, that, not to damage the side of his trucks.
Did you see the video you were tagged in on YouTube during the week by, I think it was Dan that tagged you in it?
No.
Oh, it showed a guy made a magnet out of a transformer for the microwave.
I've seen that. He kind of attached it to a drill
and the
steel.
Yeah. I was saying, if Ian tries to make that, I can see stuff falling on his toes and smash his toes. I was going to say, Dan, don't encourage him. He's going to break someone's leg.
No.
But
Ian, did you see this? Did you see the new toy? Wait a minute. Did you see the new toy that I want to buy?
I saw the advert.
Yeah. That would be a fun toy to have.
But again,
does the cab rise up about 6 feet in the air?
Yeah, yep, it sure does. Here you go.
Some people were saying the homeowners association will have something to say if you put a claw in your drive.
Yeah, they probably would have an issue with that. You know, they've no sense of humor.
Us hobbyists, like us, myself and Ian, who are hobbyist scrappers, we'll never have a use for that carry on, like, because we don't like big stuff. We like small little things and taking them apart and all that sort of stuff.
If I can tell you the time I've wasted this week on tiny little things, and I'm thinking to myself, Ian, you've big things here to get rid of. Why are you spending your time on?
Yeah, that's the thing about, right?
Tiny little things.
You're there with the little things at the moment, and I thought the exact same thing when I seen this the last day, sweeping up all them little connectors and putting them into a tub, and I said that's grand. You put that away, and then when you have no big stuff left to do, go do the small stuff. But you'll go back in and start at that small stuff before you get rid of that big stuff.
I don't know. I find it, therapeutic. I just find it the challenge just to get that tiny little bit of stuff out. And you know in the back of your head, you've big things in here. Get rid of the big things. Leave the smaller things till winter. You know?
Well, it is winter now.
Hey, hello, Bruce.
Hey, Bruce, welcome in. Back in the 80s, we had a scrapyard by, let me highlight that. Where am I gone? So we can all have a look at that. Back in the 80s, there were brass shells, casings from my days, a few hours away in German army test. Guy at the scrapyard was cutting the brass with, and where's the rest of it?
And he left it hanging. We're in suspense.
We're in suspense
Why
now.
do I have a feeling that there's a bad result going to follow the rest of this comment?
Well, I got sent an email this week. Somebody asked me for my email, sent it to him. He sent me this picture. He's in Australia. Okay. He said, look at this. This would break your heart. And he's showing me tons and tons of big, thick copper cable. Reels and reels of it. He said, the only problem is, and it's all abandoned, the only problem is it's 90 miles to the nearest dirt track. And then it's 300 miles to the nearest town. And then it's something like another 300 miles to the nearest scrapyard. And that's why it's still sitting there in a field.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow. And it's kind of like the electric, you know, with pylons, they're electrifying Australia, and they've got to a certain point and stopped. And they've just left all the, I still have to send you the pictures. And it's like, oh my God, that's heartbreaking.
I know.
But cost effective wise, it ain't. They've got to ship it, you know,
300 miles.
400-500 miles, you know, before they even weigh it in.
Yeah.
And the cost of the fuel alone. Nah.
Well, it truly is humbling when you're at a conference of scrapyard owners, and you know, you overhear a conversation, and the one guy's saying, it was 200, and another guy says, oh yeah, we did 800, and another guy says, oh yeah, we were only at 600, and they're talking tons.
Yeah.
I can see what Bruce is saying. Right, the guy cut some brass shells up with an oxypropane torch.
Oh, torch.
One wasn't a dud.
Okay. Now I see. Yeah. So bang, in other words.
A dud.
Yeah, that would. I don't know who the hell would have thought that was a good idea to cut up shells with a torch. Yeah.
Not pointing any fingers or making anyone big in the screen, but I think someone like that wouldn't think it would be okay.
Ian, send me your full name and your date of birth. Insurance reasons.
All right. Tell you my date of birth. 1969. No, 1959.
Yeah, thank you. I was
1969.
going to say, there ain't no way you're 69.
No, 1959. Because 69 is when I stopped up to watch the moon landing.
Oh, here we go. We've started on the conspiracy theories.
Well, that's when that's when the world went flat.
Yeah, we that's when the world turned flat in that year.
We're not disagreeing that the world is flat. We agree that it's a disc. It's a semicircle.
Like your belly.
Hey, so if you're a young buck and you're in really good shape when you're moving scrap, is it your boob part of your shirt that gets dirty then instead of your belly?
Answer the question.
Because I think, all of us have dirty belly shirts.
I think when I was a young buck and shifting scrap, I was always topless. So got to show those pecs off and those bingo wings.
He was topless as a young buck doing scrap, and then he's bottomless as an old man doing gardening. So.
Gardening, yeah.
Electronic scrapper said you could just get some of them shells and put them in your furnace. I'm sure that'll work.
There you go.
We see what happened when he tried to melt some aluminium. Imagine what he tried to do with brass shells.
Yeah, I got to catch up on last video I watched. I think the shark was struggling with the transformer, and I was over here laughing at him.
Oh, he made that hard work, didn't he?
I took the same ones apart with no problem. I don't know what his problem was.
Well, it's what you're forgetting, though. He's appealing to the YouTube community. It's all for sure.
He's a transformer rookie.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't deny it. I usually don't mess with the damn things at all. It's just like
I was surprised you had that much time because I told you I did the same ones, and I just cut the end off of it and pounded it right through and all that crap. There was no problem at all. Like 10 minutes.
Well, and the whole time I'm trying to pound the damn thing through, I'm sitting here going, Mike, you lying son of a, this is not working.
Your biggest mistake, of course, was fighting gravity. Why push it sideways when you can turn it that way in your vise and let gravity help you knock it down?
I was trying to figure out if how to turn it so that when it came down, it wouldn't hit the bracket in the vise. Because, it would only go down so far before it's going to bang up against the part that the vise is mount, the arm part of the vise.
It didn't matter because that vise you had is a piece of shit anyway. Why don't you get a man?
You know what? I tell you what, it seemed like
just get someone to hold your stuff. You don't need a vise.
Right.
That's true. Yeah. That vise seemed like a good idea at the time because the head swivels. Now it's not a good idea because the head swivels.
Yeah.
I can't get it to tighten down enough that the head doesn't swivel when I'm trying to.
What you should have did is you should have drove home, picked up Mrs. Shark, and said, "I need you to hold this vise while I pound on this transformer."
Yeah.
Big country.
Yeah.
He's got a bunch of videos on that. He'll show you how to do it.
I knew it. There's Earl. You see, Earl is there, everyone. Earl has met himself at home.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I put that. See that blanket laying there on the floor? I put that on the floor. I folded it and threw it on the floor, and his ass laid on it, and he didn't get up at all last night. He just stayed there.
I've got to ask.
He's been laying there almost all day. But where the bed is, I got this huge window, so the sun shines right through this window on the bed, and he laid there in the sun all day.
Mike, is that your bed? Is that a bed sheet?
My blanket.
No, I thought it was like, just a mattress.
No.
So where's your sheets? Why is your pillow on top of your sheets?
Under here. Look at old man. You sleep your way, I'll sleep my way.
I see. The difference there, Ian, is right. I know where
you
Mike
probably don't even make your bed in the morning.
Mike is a single man, the same as me, right? So single men don't need 1,000 blankets on their bed because women are the ones that need all the sheets, the blankets, the duvets, and everything because they are the coldest creatures in the world ever.
And
So,
here's the thing: I have 1,000 blankets.
so
You
that's
go.
why you don't need. All I have on my bed is my undersheet and my duvet. That's it. Don't need any of these sheets, blankets, whatever. Don't need all that. 40 pillowcases on the bed. What
Yeah,
is
how
the
many
difference? I love all
how
these
many
pillowcases.
freaking pillows do you need to have on a
On a
bed?
bed.
I mean,
Yeah.
come on.
Yes, one pillow. There you go.
One pillow and a pussy. Cat. Oh my god! Yeah, I finally brought him down here yesterday, and I figured he'd freak out, and he walked around, he checked everything out, and lay down and went to sleep. Never
Hey,
made
Kevin.
Hey,
Come
Kevin, welcome
Hey,
in.
Kevin.
up, Kevin. That's Gary back there. I'm gonna change the name to Gary instead of Earl.
So, have you started your new job, Irish?
Tomorrow morning is my first day on my new job. So
there'll be lots of videos of cable stripping.
no, I this week now I'm like you, Ian. I'm gone more to a desk job. So I'll be more sitting in front of a computer all day and stuff like that. So I'll be like you now. They'll have to cut a bit out of the counter for my belly to quit.
Here's Ian.
Yeah. He's gonna get metacarpal darpal syndrome now.
Yeah. So it's more sitting down and at a computer thing. But there will be cable and there will be a lot of plugs for plug soup coming as well.
Hey, Mike, is that what they give you when you pass through county?
That's what they give you when you finish your sentence.
Okay, all right.
You get a Michigan State Police mouse pad. And you know where I got this from? This is the funniest thing. Kentucky Fried Chicken is one of my clients. I pick up from all the time. This was in one of the boxes that they gave me of electronics. And it just so happened at the time I needed a new mouse pad, so I had to go buy one.
You've shocked me there. KFC? I always thought it stood for Can't Find Chicken.
I don't eat it, but I'll take your scrap.
What is wrong with you? Have you got Tourette's?
Too much coffee.
I've got
Too much.
a midge. A midge.
I thought you Tourette's.
Oh, we have a guy at work who has Tourette's, and the job he's got, and he's shaking all the time, and and the job he's got, believe it or not, he's with a polyurethane gun, a long thin nozzle, and he's got to pour into molds. As soon as he presses that trigger, he's as steady as anything.
Yeah.
Once he stops, he's talking.
Yeah, gets the twitch again. Yeah.
Presses the gun, and he's an artist.
Yeah.
He never overpours. He's perfect.
No, you see that with people have Tourette's, when they have to concentrate on something, they'll do it. But it's when their mind is not concentrating, it's when the Tourette's kicks in. It seems to when they get that. But when they have to concentrate on something, they're perfect at it. And then when they're not listening to Tourette's is in again.
Thank you, Mike.
I think I went right out the door. You did.
UFC Kids Bash Club. Oh, Jesus, Thanks, Patrick. But yeah, so I'm looking forward to starting the new job now tomorrow. As I say, it's totally different than what I was doing, so it'll be a bit of a challenge for the first while. But I like a challenge. I like to. I get bored when you get too used to something and it becomes too easy because there's no challenge anymore. So I like to challenge myself every so often.
But you're still a youngster yet, aren't you?
I'm getting up there, Ian. Getting up there.
So what do you want to tell us about your new job, man?
What do I want to tell you about it? Nothing really. There's nothing to tell. It's just
I'll be fired by lunchtime.
it's business development for a company. So it's totally different. What I worked as was I was a plumbing manager in a sales capacity in the previous job. So I ran the plumbing department in a hardware store. So it was like we'd say a plumbing department in Lowe's or whatever your big box plumbing companies are over there, or hardware store. So I ran the plumbing department. And this is a business development for a company I'm doing. So it'll be more office based and trying to bring more business in the door than what's coming in at the moment, and running the online shop and running promotions and stuff like that. So and running like we'd say Facebook ads and all that sort of stuff for them.
Promotions, freebies.
How long has the company been in business?
This company's been in business since 40 years.
And you'll have a bankrupt in a week.
Yeah, 1 week. Well, I worked for this company before for 7 years, so.
And then you'll be back to the old job.
The old job, yeah.
And treat it like shit.
Yeah. So that's my role.
So Irish, what you're telling us is that somebody finally figured out that all of those all those pieces of copper 90-degree angles that were disappearing weren't, and so you had to go get a different job.
The only problem now without this job is I've lost my source of brass taps and stuff I used to get, because when customers would come in and they'd have their old brass tap, they used to say to me, "Oh, will you get rid of that for me?" Yeah, no problem. And the brass tap went with me to my car, because that was skipped and it was going to be dumped. So that's all, that's all that was going to happen with it. So now I don't have that anymore, but I have other sources.
Why you go over to your old job, put a bin on the outside of the building with a sign, dispose of brass taps here?
Yeah, but could be an idea.
Like yourself, I was a plumbing warehouse manager at one point, and the amount of 3-port motorized valves that were returned faulty.
Yeah, what's called the little synchronizing motor going on.
And we used to, we get them, send them back, but they always had a difficulty in identifying which was the faulty ones. So I had this bright idea. I cut the cables off them.
Oh, to help them out.
To help them out, yeah. To help them out. So I cut the cables off, and the wire would. I'd take the wire home, okay, I'd take the wire home. And after a while, my boss called me and he says, "Why have all these got no cable on?" I said, "Well, differentiate between the good ones and the bad ones."
Yes.
So he says, "We're getting a complaint from, the manufacturer that they can't refurbish them because there's no cables on them." So that died a death. It was good when it lasted.
A lot of them companies don't even take them back anymore. They come, the reps that come, you'd say I have four faulty motorized valves there. He'd have a look at them, he'd check them, he'd go, "Yeah, faulty. There's your credit note for them." And then you'd say, "Do you want to take them with you?" He'd go, "No, just skip them."
I'm probably going back.
I take them out then. I take the synchronizing motors out of them then.
Yeah, I must be going back 35 years now.
Yeah.
So
well, you see, back then, copper would have been proper copper in them. Now most of them have Chinesium in the motors and stuff like that, so they don't really care about them anymore.
So I started with this company. I don't been there long, and all the copper cylinders that used to come back, okay, and they always, used to go into a container, and they just kept storing them up. So I goes to the MD. I said, "I can help you get rid of them." He says, I've no problem getting rid of them. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, there's definitely no problem getting rid of copper cylinders. What's really pissing off the plumbers nowadays is copper cylinders are dying out. It's all the new stainless steel cylinders. So the plumbers used to love when they'd go to a house and the cylinder would say was leaking and they'd have to put in a new cylinder. So they got to keep the old copper cylinder, because most people at that place go, "Oh, take that away. Would you want me to take that away?" "Oh yeah, take it away, out of the way." And they were able to cash in the copper. So as well as charging for taking the cylinder out, they had the value of the copper scrap as well. But now it's stainless steel cylinders where the value is
stainless steel cylinders. No
Hey,
good
Chris.
for no good for melting aluminium.
No, you couldn't. Into thing. Right, it's 10 seconds to go. Well, it says on my
What's it? 10 to 9?
Yeah, I'm only doing the hour. It's not 10 to 9.
Oh, hang on, sorry. My clock's saying 10 to 9. My computer's
No.
saying 9 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 9 o'clock. So what is everyone doing? I'm about to finish up. So Ian, what's your plan for the week?
Make it short.
I have a couple of videos to finish off.
Don't include the outtakes.
I won't include the outtakes. I'm just on a tidy up. The ceaseless quest for space.
It never stops. Mr. E-West Mike, what's your plan for the week?
Moving.
Still in the moving.
I got moving to do. I got to finish filling up the garage. The guy that wanted me to sort the boards, he wanted to come up here tomorrow at 2 p.m. I said, I am screwed all week. So he's just going to run those tomorrow to board sort and get what he gets, I guess.
Okay.
And I have a couple I have one pickup I have to do at a computer store. Said he had like 200 or 300 hard drives and monitors, which I never picked up from last week. And so he wanted me to do it yesterday. I was like, I'm in the middle of moving stuff, dude. I'm not stopping what I'm doing. So, but that's about it. I'll probably a shred run, and that'll be it.
Must be soul destroying knowing you're going to pick up a 200.
You had your say, hush. But I have the utilities, the gas and the lights are getting shut off there on Wednesday, so I have to get everything out of there that I can.
You had your chance. Shut up.
Yeah, he had his chance. Shut up.
I know. It's just like a lad last week said to me, "Do you want 3 televisions? You know, big flat screen TVs." Yeah, I'll have them. I'm thinking, why? Why have you said you want 3 flat screen TVs?
Shark
Scrapper,
what have you planned for the week?
Well, I got to deal with all of that. So that's got to be dealt with. And I've got some pickups that got put on hold while I was at the conference this week. So I need some pickups to do, and I still got bucket loads of PCs that I just need to get to scrapping. I was making good progress on scrapping all those PCs, and then between the trip and pickups backing up, I haven't touched a computer in a week. So
Okay.
got to get busy.
Well, my plan is I have an update on the Irish sucker sticks because I have a few people email me, oh, whatever happened with the RAM you bought off eBay? So I'm doing an update video for them people on Thursday to let people know how the Irish sucker sticks are getting along. So that's what my video will be on Thursday, and start the new job tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully be live here again next Sunday. So again, American's favorite hoarder, thanks for coming in. Just finishing up because I'm only doing an hour anymore, and on a Sunday. So thanks for coming in, and everyone that's been in. If you haven't hit the like, please do. And to all the guys that come up, as usual, the usual gang are up on here. I appreciate you all giving up your time to come up, and stay safe. And update on the stickers. Stickers are in the envelopes and getting posted tomorrow at my lunchtime. And when I get my lunch break tomorrow, I'll be going to the post office and putting the stickers in the post. So keep an eye out. You're a
lying sack of shit.
Keep an eye out for Ian Matthews stickers. There's stickers.
You and your brother next to you there.
Your stickers are on the way. The Ian Matthews and the Scrapping Irish stickers are on the way. So anyone that's waiting for them, you should have them within. If you're in the UK and Ireland, you'll have them before the end of the week, I'd say. America should be the following week. And anyone I'm sending to Australia, I think there's a few for Australia. I don't know how long it takes to get to Australia. So you could see them in 3 or 4 years' time. So and as Ralph would say, anyone want to see it?
Scrap you later.
Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for being in.